challenges and obstacles, the power of persuasion and inspiration cannot be underestimated. So ladies and gentlemen, it's with great honor and privilege that we welcome Lieutenant General Kanwaljit Singh Dhillon, a distinguished veteran of the Indian Army, to the stage with a career spanning nearly 4 decades. Lieutenant General Dhillon's remarkable journey is marked by unwavering dedication and exemplary service to the nation. From commanding the challenging Chinar Corps during pivotal moments in Kashmir, to spearheading peace initiatives that brought young Kashmiri boys back into the national mainstream, his leadership has left an indelible mark. As chairperson of Board of Governors at IIT Mandi and respected author, his insights into leadership and resilience are invaluable. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Lieutenant General Kanwaljit Singh Dhillon. Welcome, sir. I would request my colleague Aditi to please come on stage.
Thank you so much.
Sir, please.
So he's our special guest, and he's so special that we haven't kept any theme, because we wanted to take everything from him, because if it is coming from him, it is going to be special. So please welcome with a huge round of applause. Please, इस बार कंजूसी नहीं. Everyone should put up their maximum.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So I'll start with just one line. कितने गाजी आए, कितने गाजी गए?
Thank you, ma'am. कितने गाजी आए, कितने गाजी गए? Should I tell the story?
Yes.
कितने गाजी आए, कितने गाजी गए is a statement. It's also the title of my book. And this statement came 4 days after Pulwama IED blast. Pulwama IED blast happened on 14th of February 2019. I had taken over as Corps Commander of Kashmir Corps or 15 Corps or Chinar Corps, as may you call. Just for the information of those who may not be aware, 15 Corps looks after the complete line of control, which is touching Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, operations inside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, operations on the line of control, counter-infiltrations, and all the operations of counter-terrorism operations within the Kashmir Valley. So I was head of the military or army component of this complete thing as 15 Corps Commander. And I had taken over as Corps Commander on 10th of February 2019. 14th February, Pulwama happened. And this was my, I think, 7th or 8th tenure in Kashmir. First one being in 1988. And thereafter, practically in every rank, I had a tenure in Kashmir. So, kitne gazi aaye, kitne gazi gaye, this Pulwama IED blast, that carbon IED blast, suicide blast, was carried out by a Pakistani terrorist organization called Jaish-e-Mohammed. And the module, head of that Jaish-e-Mohammed module, which carried it out, was a Pakistani terrorist called Kamran. His real name was Kamran, but he went with a code name Ghazi. Ghazi is a very preferred code name for Pakistani terrorists. And in my earlier tenure, we had eliminated many Ghazis. So that is the background.
सर सॉरी माफी के साथ आपकी इजाजत से मैं आपसे ये कह रही हूँ, स्टोरी जरा एक पंजाबी अपने स्टाइल में सुनाए ना तो और मजा आएगा. क्या भाई सही बात है ना? Are you in agreement with me?
Okay, I'll go mix. So on 14th February this happened, and within 100 hours we eliminated this module which had carried out Pulwama. And for those 100 hours, the local media was abuzz with Ghazi has carried out car blast, Ghazi has carried out this Pulwama IED blast, Ghazi ne Hindustan pe hamla kiya. Some channels were even playing this. And Pakistani trolls were trolling Indians, Pakistani trolls were trolling India by the famous Hindi movie dialogue, how is the Josh? They were saying, how is the Jaish? Meaning Jaish-e-Mohammed. So we brought back the Jaish back to how is the Josh within 100 hours, the team security forces. And since there was so much talk about this Ghazi character for the last 3 days, so there was a press conference after we eliminated this module. So a local journalist asked me a question. Sir, is Ghazi dead? I didn't want to give much credence to this idiot, so I said, "Kitne Ghazi aaye, kitne Ghazi gaye? Parwah nahi. We are there. Don't worry." So later on, an officer posted in Islamabad embassy in Pakistan, Indian Army officer, some ISI chap told him that Jalsa was referring to Muhammad Ghazni. I said, "Wo bhi theek hai." So kitne Ghazi aaye, kitne Ghazi gaye became famous after that, and rest, as they say, is history.
And rest is history, as we all saw. So from 14th February 2019 to 5th August 2019, India has completely turned the tables.
Yes, ma'am. I was a co-commander when Pulwama happened. I was a co-commander when Balakot strikes took place. And I was also the co-commander when 370 was abrogated. So just...
Sir, कहते हैं कि history भी चुनती है. History ने आपको चुना. And this is so special. Like the key moments, you were present there. They were not happy moments, but they were proud moments also. So it's a mixed bag. But you have seen history being created. You were part of history writing at that point in time.
Ma'am, I think you said the word history 4-5 times, so I must tell you something which happened. Article 370 got abrogated on 5th of August 2019. On 26th of June 2019, about 40 days prior to Article 317 getting abrogated, Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah was visiting Kashmir, rather Jammu and Kashmir. So 26th of June, we had 3-4 meetings with him throughout the day, where the governor was there, DGP was there, I was there as co-commander, CRPF, intelligence agency, civil administration, chief secretary and all that. And anyway, the last meeting finished around 11:30 in the night. So there was an officer whose birthday was there, so he had invited me over for dinner. I couldn't go for dinner because of the meeting, so I went to his house, had a piece of cake, wished him birthday, and came back to my room at about 1 in the night. So 2 o'clock in the night, intervening night of 26th June and 27th June, I get a call. Sir, kal subah 7 baje breakfast ke upar Home Minister साहब के साथ meeting है. So I said it's a continuation of the whole thing. Anyway, ठीक है, आ जाएंगे. 3 o'clock I get another message, sir, what would you like to have for breakfast? Home Minister is asking. I said, जो सब लोग खाएंगे वो हम भी खा लेंगे, उसमें क्या है? He said, no, sir, it's not a सब लोग, it's a one-on-one meeting. And this is on 27th June. And then a bell rang. Anyway, I went there. Of course, there are so many things on the table. There was dhokla, there was prathas. But on the more serious note, the thing on the table was, if we do something, then what? And the meeting continued for about 45 minutes. And I written about this in my book in detail. A lot of things got discussed. What can Pakistan do? What can internally happen? What can be the level of violence which can go up? How can the internal situation deteriorate? To what level? How will we control? What are our contingency plans? And all those things. So, ma'am was talking about the history. So, in the end, he very straightforwardly asked me, Jalal Sahab, tell me yes or no. I said, sir, अगर इतिहास लिखना है, तो किसी को तो इतिहास बनाना पड़ेगा. And this dialogue of mine even got picked up for this movie, Article 370. And they even given some credits to me. I have not seen the movie, but. So then he asked, कि जिम्मेवारी किसकी है? So I said, sir, nothing will go wrong. And we'll make sure nothing goes wrong. And a lot of other things got discussed. But from 27th of June 2019 till 5th of August 2019, we had to prepare for it. And we had to keep it a secret. Not a single person in the army uniform other than me, not even my second in command, knew what's coming. But we were all preparing for it. I always say only 2.5 people in Kashmir knew what's going to happen. And all the discussions happened in the Corps Commander's drawing room, that is my house, and in my drawing room. And these 2.5 people used to leave their documents there only because that was the safest place in Kashmir. Corps Commander 15 Corps house. So on 5th of August 2019, when this was to happen, now if Pakistan was looking at Corps Commander 15 Corps ki kya kar raha hai, kya hone wala hai, kya nahi hone wala, what do you expect I would be doing? I would be attending a lot of meetings, I would be visiting a lot of places, giving a lot of directions to my command, कि ऐसे करना है, ऐसे करना है, ये हो गया तो वो करना है. No. What I was doing was having a cup of tea with Mahendra Singh Dhoni in my office.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni?
Yeah. And
Really?
Mahendra Singh...
Please tell us about this story. This is so interesting. By the way, sir, I can see striking similarity.
On 5th
He is
of August...
also a finisher and you are also a finisher. He also throws caution to the wind and same applies to you also, sir.
And that evening, Mahendra Singh Dhoni was having dinner with me at my home. As a host, I came back at 11 because we had to tie up a lot of things. And I came back in uniform. And we finished the dinner. And another thing happened that day. I written about it in my book. Suddenly, I got a call from my son on the army line because civil lines had been discontinued. That one of his friend's sister is in Kashmir University. She's doing PhD and she needs to be taken out. Anyway, I told my ADC, "Mega pata karo ladki ka naam wagera pucho," and send someone to Kashmir University and take her to the airport and let her board a flight. Anyway, they could locate the girl. Devya is her name. I'm still in touch with her. And they took her to the airport. Unfortunately for her, she couldn't get a ticket. And now imagine, I am in the middle of those meetings and trying to say, kisko uthana hai, kisko nahi uthana hai, kya karna hai, kya nahi karna hai. And my ADC comes and tells me, sir, ladki ki flight to nahi mili. And I said, okay, you ask her if she wants to go back to her hostel or she wants to come to the cantonment. Now, so much was the propaganda in Kashmir University. This girl, she is from Jammu, she is a Hindu girl. She did not want to come into the army cantonment. She was fearing the army like this because so much was said about the army. Anyway, I told my ADC, I said, you ask her if she wants to. She didn't want to go back to the hostel. She didn't want to come to the army cantonment. But anyway, finally she decided to come to the army cantonment. We put her with an officer whose wife and mother were there. And then my ADC again comes to me, sir, wo to roye ja rahi hai. Oh, I said, yeah. Now imagine I'm managing 370 abrogation and this humanitarian issue is coming up. I said, tu ek kaam kar, usko na ghar pe bula le dinner ke liye. वो धोनी से बात करेगी, 2-4 फोटो खींचेगी, ठीक हो जाएगी. And sure enough, by the time I got back home, and she was happy.
Wow, so, that is a master stroke.
Yes. And why I narrated this story is, not only me as a corps commander, but everyone in Kashmir on that day was helping someone or the other. In addition to doing his job. And the last session we were talking about education and technology and all. I would like to say in Kashmir, Indian Army runs 28 Army Goodwill schools. These schools, which one she also referred to, ma'am also referred to, these schools are totally tutored or teachered or, the faculty is 100% Kashmiri. Students are 100% Kashmiri. Only management, administration, security and funding is from the Army. 28 Army Goodwill schools, about 10,000 students at any one time. Complete faculty, complete administrative staff from Kashmir. In the last 25 years of history of Army Goodwill schools, not a single child for Army Goodwill school has joined terrorism. That is what good education can do. That is what good parenting can do. That is what good upbringing can do. Not a single boy from Army Goodwill school joined any terrorist organization. And I say it with so much of pride. The parents would walk up to me कि मेरे बच्चे को बस आर्मी गुडविल स्कूल में ले लो आप. क्या वो 10 साल एक ही क्लास में रहे, but he will not go towards terrorism. That is the type of work Army and other security forces agencies are doing for education in Kashmir, or Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh included, and in other parts of the country also. Wherever there is a remoteness, this aspect is being taken care.
और क्योंकि सर ने थोड़ी देर पहले एक प्रोपेगेंडा का जिक्र किया था, सर, which area is in Kupwara where they tried to malign army?
They do it every second day.
Yeah, what was the name of that area? Because I'm going to tell a story how people have changed, how there has been a change.
You're talking about Machhal or Lab, or no, that you are talking about Kunan Poshpura.
Yeah.
And Kunan Poshpura, by the way, happened I think in 91.
Yeah, Kunnan Poshpura.
And
why-
that was my unit. I was a young captain that time.
Oh, wow.
That is just an addition.
Can you just narrate that?
And I was
story
not
as-
in the unit that time, but I was posted in Mau Infantry School. And this incident happened in 1991, I think. I had got posted out in 90 to Infantry School, Mau. There was a coordinate search operation. Kunnan Poshpura is a twin village. And there was a coordinate search carried out. And this village is very close to a place called Tregam, where the brigade headquarters is there. And a lot of locals come to brigade headquarters for the medical treatment. And as the luck would have it, there is a register maintained there in the MI room, or that minor injury room, where anyone who comes there, his name is written and the doctor sees and the medicine is given. So this, my unit 4 Ajrif, they carried out the coordinate search. They recovered some weapons. The commanding officer was there. Some officers were there. The brigade commander came in the morning. They took a no objection or all clear from the Sarpanch. They were there till about 10:30, 11, 12, whatever time. And then the unit or the people who were doing this operation came back. After 3 days, those were the days of, that cassettes, that were recorded cassettes and all. After 3 days, the allegations came that army has indulged in mass rape in that village. And suddenly in Kupwara town, those cassettes started circulating. And the ladies as old as, I think, 70, 80 years also were named in that they have also been molested or raped. And then Mr. George Varghese, I think he is a very reputed person in the media fraternity. He carried out an independent inquiry. A lot of inquiries were carried out. And the ladies who were blaming the army, they had visited the MI room after the coordinate search and before the allegation came in. If a lady has been molested, why should she go to the army cantonment again? So that register which was maintained, that also became one of the evidence. So this Kunnan Poshpura was a village. When later on I was a commanding officer there, I was a company command major there, I was a brigade commander in the same area. And known people, I've seen people who now will tell you in the hindsight or in the weaker moments, कि सब हमारे ऊपर बहुत दबाव था. We had to do it. So that was.
और मैंने ये एक्चुअली इसका जिक्र यहाँ पर इसलिए किया क्योंकि जिस कुन्नान पोशपुरा की स्टोरी जिसमें आर्मी को टारगेट करने की कोशिश की गई, मलाइन करने की कोशिश की गई, मैं 2021 में क्योंकि कोविड आ गया, एब्रिगेशन के साथ साथ ही, तो बहुत ज्यादा वहां पर कवरेज देखने को नहीं मिली. सो आई वेंट देयर सर एंड इट वाज क्वाइट अ चेंज ऑफ हार्ट. एंड व्हाई डू आई से दैट? क्योंकि जब ट्राई कलर की बात हो रही थी और प्राइम मिनिस्टर ट्राई कलर से जुड़ा एक बड़ा कैंपेन चला रहे थे, तो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ फ्लैग्स हैड कम फ्रॉम कुन्नान पोशपुरा. So that is what army has done. They have won battles on the ground. They have defeated propaganda on the ground, and they have ensured that there is change of heart on the ground. और जब सर अभी आपको बता रहे हैं आर्टिकल 370 के एब्रिगेशन से पहले मैंने खुद बहुत सारे डिस्कशंस किए हैं, तो आपको याद होगा महबूबा मुफ्ती कहती थी हमारे इसको तो जोड़ता है आर्टिकल 370, अगर हटा दिया तो तिरंगा उठाने वाला एक हाथ नहीं होगा. So from that statement to see Tiranga everywhere, India has come a very long way, and the credit goes to the Indian Army. And I really salute for that, because these men work hard. You give them gali, you keep abusing them, they will not take it to their heart. मैं कितना इनको बोलूं, criticize करूं, जब मेरी जान मुसीबत में आएगी, ये सबसे पहले आएंगे मुझे बचाने के लिए. They'll forget what I have said about them. So that is why I really appreciate, sir, what you do on the ground, how you fight that propaganda, how you ensure that nobody can question your integrity, and really hats off to you. Please, huge round of applause for him.
I'll give you a small incident which happened when I was co-commander. And since I've had multiple tenures, so a lot of media people were already known to me. And one gentleman who was very vociferous and who was never very polite on the army, he gives me a call at 11:30, 12 in the night, ke sir, Tangdhar, which he referred to, uske raste mein ek aata Sadhana Pass. The name is Nastachun Pass, but that Hindi movie actress Sadhana probably had visited sometime. So someone named it Sadhana Pass. So Sadhana Pass was blocked because of snowfall, and some civilian buses were caught up in that. So he tells me कि सर वहाँ पे civil की buses फंसी हुई हैं, civilians फंसे हुए हैं, तो इतना क्या किए, तो सर आप कुछ कीजिए. Actually, he was looking for a story. And anyway, I called up my boys, people there. I said, पहले तो खाना बनाओ, खाना गरम लेके जाओ, जो भी है खाना वाना दो, कंबल वंबल दो. In the meantime, try and clear the snow and let me know when it's done. So by 4:30 in the morning, they gave me a call, sir, it's done, the buses have reached Tangdhar. I called up this gentleman. I said, bhai, wo ho gaya hai, wo buses Tangdhar pahunch gayi hai, sab kuch. And you know, this chap became a fan of mine after that. He said, sir, मैं तो ऐसे करके बोल के मैं तो सो गया, कहता आप सारी रात जागते रहे वो करने के लिए. That is how Indian Army or the security forces in Kashmir work on the quiet. They don't go to the town announcing their ability. So these are small things which are there. And ma'am talked about 370 and how the former chief minister said कि खून की नदियां बह जाएंगी. Someone said तिरंगे को कंधा देने वाला कोई नहीं होगा if 370 was removed. And when 370 was removed on 5th of August 2019, 3 months after that were the most peaceful 3 months in the history of Kashmir terrorism. Not a single civilian life was lost at the hands of security forces. Whatever happened was done by the terrorists because they wanted to impose local curfew. And a lot of people say that curfew laga tha, wo lockdown tha, this terminology lockdown and all that. I'll give you 2 examples. The ambassadors of various countries and high commissioners were called to Kashmir to see for themselves. And then German ambassador, he wrote in a news article, I didn't see any lockdown. And a particular journalist was coming to me to interview me. And, you know, it's not good manners to speak against the host. You know, I am being hosted by the... But no, I'll tell you. So this gentleman took the time and he said, okay, sir, so-and-so date, 11 o'clock, say, the time was fixed. And I was waiting for him in the office and suddenly by about 10:30, 10:35, my staff told me, sir, that gentleman is here. I said, okay, we can start. So he came in and by the time they're fixing up the cameras and all, he said, sir, I'm sorry, you know, I miscalculated the travel time from airport to your office. Now this is after the abrogation had happened. So I said, koi baat nahi. He said, sir, I calculated it will take about 1 hour, but it just took about 30 odd minutes. I said, yes, itna time lagta hai. He said, but I thought मेरे को जगह जगह पे रोकेंगे, लॉकडाउन होगा, मेरा चेकिंग करेंगे, मेरे से ये पूछेंगे, मेरे से वो पूछेंगे. So he says, वहां तो कोई लॉकडाउन नहीं है, सब दुकानें खुली हुई हैं, everyone is moving freely and they just, no one stopped me anywhere. And I came like a bullet and 30 minutes I was here. I said, बस हाँ ऐसे ही है, लॉकडाउन तो is your terminology, the media terminology. You know, that is when he told me, he said, sir, I write 2 articles every month and on Kashmir. And I thought एक बार जाके देख के आता हूँ. एक बार जाकर के ग्राउंड पे देख कर आता हूँ. And he has been writing 2 articles a month. That is how wrong perceptions are painted. That is how wrong images are painted. Like there are, I think, 150 odd police station jurisdictions in Jammu and Kashmir. This lockdown thing. Only in, I think, 3 or 4 CRPC 144 was imposed for few days. That too where very critical installations were there, which we could not afford to get them damaged. Only 3 or 4 police station jurisdictions, CRPC 144 was imposed. That is 5 people or more cannot go together. 1, 2, 3, 4, you can go pick up a milk for a child, pick up bread, pick up eggs. You can do whatever. You can go to the ATM, you can go to the bank. And you can go and pick up medicines, you can go to the hospital. There is nothing like lockdown. This I am telling you with a lot of conviction and a lot of authority at my hand. There was no lockdown. People are moving around freely who wanted to. Terrorists were trying to impose local lockdown. They were telling people not to open up shops. They killed a shopkeeper. They were telling people not to ply buses and trucks. They killed a driver. So this is how the situation was handled. Not a single bullet was fired by security forces in those 3 months. And rest, as they said, history, ना खून की नदियां बही, तिरंगे को कंधे की बात तो छोड़ो, तिरंगा तो अभी हर घर पे तिरंगा है. So that's how it works.
और सर जो 3 महीने की बात कर रहे हैं, मैं उससे पहले के 1 साल की बात आपसे करना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि हमारी मेमोरी जो होती है, हम थोड़ी सी कमजोर याददाश्त होती है, हम भूल जाते हैं. जब वो टीवी से कोई चीज आउट हो जाती है, सोशल मीडिया से आउट हो जाती है, तो हम भूल जाते हैं. अब जम्मू कश्मीर इतना नॉर्मल लगता है कि कभी लगता ही नहीं है कि आर्टिकल 370 था वहां पर. तो हमें यहाँ, मतलब मैं अपने लिए बोल सकती हूँ, इफ प्रोवोक्ड आई वुड रिएक्ट. और मुझे कहने में कोई शर्म नहीं आ रही है. इफ यू स्लैप मी 2 times, I'll react. I'll hit you back. But here is a gentleman who has commanded a team, a unit, where there were incidents of stone pelting. People were provoking them like anything. I'm sure all of you must have seen those videos. There was so much of provocation. Imagine you holding a gun and people are coming after you and still you're not firing. How much restraint it requires. What sort of training you must have got. And I brought it up deliberately because we are talking about education. इससे बड़ा संयम कोई हो सकता है कि you are holding a gun and people are throwing pelting stones at you. They are calling you names and they are running a propaganda against you and still you are not firing. So that's what Indian Army has done. And that is what I would never forget. Never ever.
Yeah, thank you ma'am for bringing it up. देखिए ये जो है ना, जो मैम ने बोला कि I will react, I will not take it. As a professionals, we don't believe in taking revenge. We don't believe in avenging. We don't believe in retaliating. Whenever something happens, whenever an incident happens, whenever there is an issue, we do not come back as revengeful or retaliatory. We come back with a better resolve, more resolute, to finish the issue. हमारे जो सशक्तिकरण है ना वो ज्यादा होता है. We don't come down to street fighting. And ये जो स्टोन पेल्टिंग की बात कर रहे हैं, हुर्रियत का ही एक बड़ा लीडर था. When I took over as corps commander, I told him, I said, 1 साल में आपकी दुकान बंद कर देंगे. और कर दी. ये जो है ना कैलेंडर आता था उनका, कैलेंडर की आज हड़ताल, कल हड़ताल, परसों हड़ताल. तो अभी हड़ताल का अगर इश्यू भी होती है कोई कैलेंडर की डेट, no one adheres to it. And why this has happened? It's not happened because of security forces or because of this or that. It happened because Awam wanted peace. People were the stakeholders. And now that they have, sensed and tasted the dividends of peace, now it is irreversible. And why I'm saying this, I'm not making a statement without base. I'm basing my statement on facts. You can check the data year on year, quarter on quarter, month on month. There are positive indicators of terrorism, there are negative indicators of terrorism. The negative indicators are how many encounters, how many terrorists killed, how many security forces killed, how many civilians killed, how many terrorists initiated incident, how many terrorists committed atrocities, how many young boys joined terrorist organizations. If these indicators are high, that means terrorism is high. Positive indicators are how many tourists, what is the hotel booking, how many flights, what is the occupancy in the flights, how much cash is dispensed from the ATMs, how many people are going to the hospital and the dispensary and the medicines, how many days the schools are open. All these are positive indicators. And all the positive indicators are up, all the negative indicators are down. Negative indicator like stone pelting is down to almost zero. एंड जब ये चीज ट्रांसलेट करती है ना, जिसके घर में 2000 रुपया कमाई थी, अब जब टूरिस्ट आ रहे हैं, कश्मीर इज बेस्ड ऑन टूरिज्म, कश्मीर इज बेस्ड ऑन कॉटेज इंडस्ट्री, कश्मीर इज बेस्ड ऑन एग्रो इंडस्ट्री, एप्पल्स, वॉलनट्स, स्ट्रॉबेरी, नेम अ फ्रूट, इट इज देयर, पेपर मैशे, carpets, namdas, gabbas, walnut furniture, the cottage industry, tourism of course. एंड जिसके घर में 2000 रुपया आ रहा था, आज उसके घर में अगर 10,000 रुपया आ रहा है, डू यू थिंक दैट चाइल्ड वुड वांट टू गो बैक टू दोस ब्लैक डेज? सो दिस इज वेयर द पीपल, द स्टेक होल्डर्स, द रीपर्स ऑफ द डिविडेंड्स ऑफ पीस मेक द कॉल whether there should be terrorism or there should be no terrorism. And that is where the achievement has happened, that people now don't want to go back to those days.
Sir, last question. I know I'm supposed to conclude, sir. I'm going to make you wait for another 2-3 minutes.
No, I'm enjoying it.
And with your permission, I'm going to ask this question because यहाँ पर we were discussing technology. पुलवामा की बात हम कर रहे थे, इंडिया ने जवाब दिया था बालाकोट एयर स्ट्राइक से, और उसके बाद विंग कमांडर अभिनंदन, उनके पास मिग बाइजन था, F-16 को उन्होंने मार गिराया था, एक डॉग फाइट थी, बहुत चर्चा हुई थी. तो जब मैं टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में बात करती हूँ, मैं एक लाइन कभी नहीं भूलती, और वो लाइन ये है, मशीन तो ठीक है, लेकिन मशीन को जो आदमी चला रहा है और जो सोल्जर चला रहा है, that person plays a key role.
Absolutely, ma'am. Wars are not won by machines. Wars are won by jigra. ये जो जिगरा है ना, especially our northern borders, high altitude, the highest battlefields of the world. Our soldiers stay on those battlefields, stay on those 20 feet of snow, 30 feet of snow, minus 50 degrees, day in and day out. Our soldiers are fighting terrorism day in and day out. They are seeing live bullets. How can a young boy with 17 years of age, जिसके खानदान की 3 पीढ़ी में he is the only earning member and one child norm has done the damage? How do you think he will stand to this burly soldier who has spent 20 years in this altitude? इस बंदे में ना जिगरा है, इस बंदे में वो मादा है कि मैं लड़ूंगा इधर. He is not a mama's boy who will cry. So that is where technology has a role. लेकिन जहां पे हिंदुस्तान की फौज लड़ रही है ना, वहां पे टेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर भी कुछ चाहिए. And that matters. And that matters.
जो सर ने अभी बहुत आराम से आपको कह दिया ना कि हाईएस्ट बैटलफील्ड सियाचिन में गई हूँ, पोस्ट पर नहीं गई थी मैं, लेकिन मैं बेस कैंप तक गई हूँ. बस 2 लाइन में आपको बता देती हूँ. आप वहां पर पानी गर्म करना पड़ता है. आप वॉशरूम भी जाएंगे तो आपको पानी चाहिए गर्म, और तभी का तभी उस पानी को आपको इस्तेमाल करना है, क्योंकि अगर आपने 1 मिनट लगा दिया, 1 मिनट, वो बर्फ जम जाती है उसकी. आपको इतने सारे लेयर्स वहां पर पहनने पड़ते हैं. मैं तो आर्मी से ही यूनिफॉर्म लेना पड़ा, बिकॉज आई कुडंट हैव सर्वाइव्ड अदरवाइज. इतने सारे चैलेंजेस के बीच हमारे सोल्जर खड़े रहते हैं, और कुछ लोग हैं जो अपना प्रोपेगेंडा चलाते हैं इनके कंधे पे बंदूक रखकर. मेरी शिकायत सिर्फ ऐसे ही लोगों से है, लेकिन मैं चाहती हूं आप लोग जो इस देश की आवाम है, जब तक हम इनके लिए लड़ते रहेंगे, इन्हें ना कोई बदनाम कर सकता है. इनका सिर्फ नाम ही होना चाहिए और नाम ही होगा.
I'll just take 30 seconds. ऐसी पोस्ट हैं जहां पे रात को आप सोते हो, दरवाजा बंद करके अपने बंकर का, सुबह 4 लड़के आके बाहर से पहले 10 फुट स्नो हटाते हैं, फिर दरवाजा खोलते हैं. In the night, the bunker goes under snow. There is a pipe which is jetted out so that the oxygen can keep coming in. So, this is where your army is fighting. This is where your army is fighting to keep you safe, keep you peaceful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. General sir, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.
Thank you and Jai Hind.
So big round of applause for our special guest, sir. We are truly honored to have you with us. So please stay on stage. Now I would like to invite Mr. Jagmeet Jammu, Regional Head, News 18 Punjab Haryana JKLH, to please come on stage and felicitate our special guest. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We are truly honored to have you with us. Thapar Institute presents News 18 Punjab Haryana Education Summit Season 5. Innovate, Educate, Elevate, powered by Reliance Industries Limited and overseas education partner ESS Global. It's time to felicitate our partners, but before that, can we have the AV of Thapar University, please? I would like to invite Mr. Jagmeet Jammu, Regional Head, News 18 Punjab, Haryana JKLS, to please come on stage to felicitate our special partners. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Gurvinder Singh, Registrar, Thapar University, to please come on stage. For being a part of this education summit. Without all of you, this event would not have been a successful one. Thank you all for watching. Now I would like to invite all my panelists to please come on stage for a group photograph.